Next up on KSL Outdoors.
10 1/4.
We're going to take you across the state from northern Utah chasing perch. That is a tank.
Yeah, it's a good one.
To central Utah chasing big rainbows. I'm Adam Eakle, and let's go fishing.
KSL Outdoors with Adam Eakle is brought to you by your local Ford stores.
Hey, welcome to KSL Outdoors. You know, we're right in the middle of ice fishing season, so we thought we'd take you out and show you a few reservoirs tonight. We up here at Rockport, Glenn.
Yeah, let's go.
Glenn's chomping at the bit. Hey, we got Greg from Fish Tech. Echo's been really hot, but boy, people are excited about Rockport.
Yeah, let's do it.
A little bit of Rockport slush. See if old Glenn's found the perch yet.
Rockport's loaded with fish. There's perch to be eaten. They're all concentrated in a little puddle about that big.
Let's go get it. Who do we got out here?
We got Mr. Bott and his grandson, Jim LaRue from BT Trucking, and me and Benjamin Harward from Fleet Diesel. Big crew.
Right,
perch pounders.
Perch pounders.
Hey, quit it. Cuddy's lying.
Little Johnson spoon and a piece of perch meat and a couple of eyeballs on there. Guys up at Fish Tech told me this was a going little deal there, so we giving it a try. It seems to be working pretty good.
If we could get that sun to pop, I think we could get into a mess of perch. Perch like lots of light.
We're fishing in about 30 feet of water, a few hundred yards offshore. It's about an hour and a half after sunrise and the bite is just starting to pick up.
Hey. I'm like, oh God, I missed the only hit I got. He'll come back because he's got an eyeball on. I can't offer these guys an eyeball. All right, my turn.
So it looks like the trick up here is you got to have a perch eye. And you got to catch your first fish to do that. It's legal to use them here. So get one of these little perch pirates. You can get them at Fish Tech, you can get them at Smith & Edwards. They help you extract the eye. And that's kind of what they're liking today. Just put it in the perch's eye and twist it around a few times, pop it out, there you go. That's your bait.
A good old batch of those. Ooh, there's a fatty.
Nice.
Look at that.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's the best one I got today.
Let's see.
I'm saying 9
10 1/4.
10 1/4. Big fish of the day so far.
Yep.
Your favorite lure today?
Well, the hot lure this morning was this Johnson spoon.
Yeah.
Got at Fish Tech a few weeks ago. We got the first fish and started using perch eyes, and the sun came up, the bite picked up, and we did well today.
Yeah,
so,
you've got a good mess over here. 20 fish probably?
Yeah, 20, 21 fish, something like that.
Got another one!
I can hardly buy a fish this morning, but 11-year-old Jace is killing them in the tent right behind me.
So what's your technique here today, Jace?
I've just really been just sitting here and then jigging this pole and watching the fish finder.
Pretty hard hit, or is it light bite?
Light bite, and then sometimes once you get them following up, they'll hit harder.
Okay. So maybe I'm not jigging my rod enough, huh?
Got him that time. Gizzy bugging, look at that one. He might win the prize.
You know, I've fished with Glenn for years. He seems to be a perch magnet who always finds fish.
He's turned me into a perch junkie for life. I love fishing these perch.
There we go.
They're fun to catch. They're just challenging enough, and man, they eat good. I just love eating them. Poor man's walleye, I guess. I call them Rocky Mountain calico bass.
How many did you get?
19.
19. I got 2. What am I doing wrong? I don't know either. Hey, if you haven't heard, Echo's been fishing for perch. Has been really good. It's kind of slowed down a bit, but we're going to pack it up, go see if we can go try Echo and maybe hit the evening bite. That in a moment, but first, tonight's climate quiz question.
The valley underneath the waters of Rockport Reservoir has a storied past. The location was settled in 1860 and was first named Crandall. A year later, the settlement was renamed Enoch City. Then in 1866, during the Black Hawk War, settlers built a rock fort for protection and the city was named Rockfort. After the war, the settlement adopted the name Rockport. The Bureau of Reclamation built the one-ship dam in the 1950s, flooding the town of Rockport, but some of the buildings from the old town still exist today. Our climate quiz question is, where can you visit some of the old buildings from Rockport? Once you know the location, log on to our KSL Outdoors Facebook page, give us the correct answer. We'll then randomly select and announce a winner on our page the following week. The winner, set to walk away with a Climate Static V sleeping pad. KSL Outdoors, powered by Ford. We'll be right back on the ice.
KSL Outdoors is also brought to you by Smith & Edwards, Fish Tech Outfitters, Utah State Parks, Bird Brothers, Climate, King's Camo, and Camp Chef.
Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. Back to beautiful, well, Echo Reservoir. It is warm here, and if you do come out, do like we did. Bring a plank. It's a little soft on the edges. The fishing here has been fantastic the last few weeks. Let's hope they're still biting. You guys ready?
Echo Reservoir has been packed with ice shelters this past month. The fishing has been really good. Anglers have reported perch up to 12 inches and trout cruising just below the ice.
There is fishing here. Nice.
Right, you remember? Oh, it's a big old perch.
Still not as big as the one you caught at Rockport, huh, Jace?
Yeah, the ones at Rockport were bigger.
Ooh, he sees it. Oh, there he is. It's got to be a trout the way he hit. Saw it and hit it. Doesn't feel real big. Walleye. I wish it was a walleye. Just a trout. Wrong species. That's all right. Nah, he's good looking anyway. The bite was a lot better at Rockport.
Yeah, morning bite.
Yeah. And that's pretty typical. We could have come here in the morning and it could have been pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
If someone's coming out and wants to catch perch, they've always traditionally been a trout fisherman. What do you suggest they use for lures?
Well, I typically like to do a cast master and then do a gizzy bug on below, about 14 inches below. Sometimes if the fish are really inactive, I'll go 24 inches below.
Okay.
And then just tip it with just I like to say it's the smell of a worm, smaller than you can break. Or mealworm, or waxworm or whatever. And then when you catch a perch, then I go to eyeball. Okay. The gizzy bug is made by Maniac. This is a glow one. That's my tackle box right there, and you can see it's all Maniacs.
And it's always cool to support local fishermen and local little companies like James and Maniac, and they produce a good product.
They do.
Oh.
Greg from Fish Tech joined us today. Greg just moved back to Utah after spending a decade up guiding fishermen in Alaska. He had a pretty cool bait, one I'd never tried before.
Yeah, they're salad shrimp is what they call them.
Okay.
So I'll take those and I make a brine. It's a dry brine. I mix borax and sugar and salt and amino acids, UV dye. The color that we found that works best for the trout up there is pink. It works great. The trout seem to love them.
Just a little planter trout, probably 12, 13 inches. Nothing to write home about. Coming up though, we're going to show you a southern Utah fishery that is known for big fish. That in a moment, but first, back to the guys at Fish Tech for tonight's fishing report. Thanks, buddy.
Have you ever seen a fish sunning themselves? Well, if you haven't, it's probably because they saw you first. I'm Mick Anderson from Fish Tech with this week's fishing report. Fish prefer water temperatures 55 to 65 degrees, but man, this time of year the water's closer to 40. I honestly believe the fish are in shallow water getting a little bit of warmth from the sun. Look for these fish at the tailouts and in real shallow riffles. These fish are still feeding and you're going to spook them real easy. you've got to throw a really long cast to these fish with unweighted flies. Now little guys work, big ones still work. Just make sure that they're not weighted so that you're not snagging real quick. These fish are super slow. They don't want to move very far. So watch for the fish to move. If you see any movement at all, they probably took your fly, set the hook. If you can't make a long, drag-free drift like that, try going upstream. Now when you do this, you're going to want to use an indicator. Make sure it's really tiny like these. Throw it up and let it drift straight downstream into this fish. Watch for a tiny movement in this, or watch for a little bit of movement from the fish. Hey, for these tips and a whole lot more, come on down to Fish Tech, we'll help you out. Now for tonight's fishing line.
Hey, you looking for adventure with maybe a little less snow, a little less inversion? Well, Moab is a great place in the winter. Bike, Jeep, hike, you name it. The crowds are gone, but the scenery and the excitement remains. And to help you get into the spirit of Moab, we're going to give away some outdoors gear. All you have to do is send us some snapshots of your favorite Moab moments. For the next 6 weeks, submit those Moab photos on our KSL Outdoors Facebook page. On January 25th, the best photo will win a Climate 0 Degree Down sleeping bag, a Climate Static V sleeping pad, and a Camp Chef Striker stove. Good luck and get down and discover Moab. Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. Well, our next stop is Central Utah, where we're hitting a reservoir that I've actually never iced fished. Come here in the summer a few times, actually chased some smallmouth bass here in June, but this is the first time on the ice. Got some buddies, we're gonna go give it a try. We know there's some big rainbows in here.
We are at Otter Creek to catch big rainbows.
How big? 3 pounds? Maybe 4?
Well, they're saying it's 4 pounds. I'm saying it's maybe 2.5.
Located south of Richfield, Otter Creek Reservoir has become famous for its quality fishing. Big rainbows, cutthroat, brown trout, as well as the occasional smallmouth bass and wipers are all found here.
That is a tank.
Yeah, it's a good one.
You're how deep fishing?
3 feet.
3 feet of water.
3 feet of water.
Oh man, first fish of the day.
Yeah.
Boy, they're just
under 5 minutes.
That was a big rainbow. Yeah, that's you can hear coyotes howling in the distance. About 11, 12 degrees. Good morning here. Hopefully the rainbows cooperate.
Must be hooked good.
Yeah, he must be hooked real good, huh? Nice fish, huh?
Nice fish.
Not as big as the other one over there, but hey, it's a good start.
Yep.
What is it about this lake that produces such good fish, though?
I don't know what it is. I mean, we've used shrimp to snails to everything, and they eat it all. I mean, I don't know what is in this lake, but whatever it is, they're really eating good.
There he is.
The water at Otter Creek is down a bit. In fact, we're only fishing over 5 feet.
Nice pretty bow right there.
Yeah. First fish of the day.
Heck yeah. Missed 2 others.
It's weird fishing so shallow, isn't it?
Yeah, they're fun. They go psycho and they got no place to run, so they run sideways.
Hey, why is it you guys like to fish here so much?
Big fish, definitely more opportunity here for them.
Fewer people usually.
Yeah, a lot fewer people.
Nice. That was my fish.
Snooze, you lose, buddy.
I snoozed because there he is.
It's fat, healthy, maybe 1.5 pounds. Come on, buddy.
There he is.
Wax worms are kind of the ticket today. We've tried some salmon eggs, we've tried some power bait, we've tried a little cut bait, and it seems to be wax worms. A few different jigs, tube jigs. That one was caught on a rat finky. I know, Adam, you're fishing a paddle bug, and in fact, you're probably getting your pole. Your pole's going in!
There we go. Boy, it's hook, set, and lift, and they're right there, aren't they?
They're all fat. I mean, these are as wide as my snow boots are wide.
Nice 22. Right at 22.
Kim, I don't know if you caught the most today, but you definitely caught the biggest.
Yeah, I did.
Pretty fish. And it was the first fish of the day.
First fish of the day.
In 3 feet of water.
Yep.
That's awesome. Well, good times down here at Otter Creek. If you don't get a chance to make it down here this ice fishing season, make sure to come out here. Ice off would be a prime time to come and catch some of these bruiser rainbows. Hey, more here in a moment, but first, tonight's Utah Field Guide.
You know, we do everything we can to avoid this, and when it happens, all we can do is do our best to move forward with it.
Last week, in front of the Utah Wildlife Board, bighorn sheep biologist Jace Taylor delivered some disappointing news. The bighorn sheep herd on Antelope Island is infected with a respiratory disease, and they are dying off at an alarming rate.
They only found 4 rams. They found 20 ewes and 2 lambs. Those numbers are low. In fact, in flying, they found a number of carcasses. They actually found more dead rams than they found live ones.
Vaccines are not effective at treating the disease, and biologists fear they will have to euthanize the remaining herd and start over. The Antelope Island herd was established in 1997 and grew to over 200 animals. In addition, 250 sheep have been transplanted off the island and have started 3 new herds across the state. This is a huge setback to our state's management of bighorn sheep, but biologists say they are already working on a plan to get this herd reestablished.
And it's important that we do this quickly because we need to get it back to being a nursery herd and providing sheep for other places as soon as possible.
Biologists will look to other states, possibly even Canada, to help replace the Antelope Island herd. For more information, check out wildlife.utah.gov.
Quite a few people out here for a Friday enjoying a beautiful sunny day here on Rockport. The edges here on the ice are starting to get a little soft. If you do come out, be careful, bring a plank to help you get on and off the ice. Hey, let's check that recreation forecast now by turning it over to the guys and gals back in the weather department.
100.5.
Welcome back to KSL Outdoors. Hey, the big Smith & Edwards gun auction is next Saturday at the Smith & Edwards in North Ogden. The auction starts at high noon and lasts until all the guns are auctioned off. This is a great family event with live music kicking things off at 11, a rubber band range for the kids, demos, and a ton of fun. There will also be some great deals won that day, including a few free guns given away. Plus, there will be some boots, holsters, accessories, and ammo that is always thrown in the loot for some lucky auction winners. Nearly 100 guns are on the blocks.
You bought them right there, brother.
For information, check out their website at smithandedwards.com/gun auction.
Oh, did you get him?
No, I missed him.
Oh, go back down. Get him another one. So you were telling me, how many fish do you have? I have 2.
14.
14, yeah.
Please come back up.
Get him. Hey, don't forget, if you come out perch fishing, bring your kids. It is a good time for them. And when you do bring those kids, bring a camera, take a few pictures, submit them to our Snapshot contest. You too, like Jace here, could catch some fish and win our Snapshot of the Week. Now the best of the week, as we turn it over to you, that Snapshot of the Week contest. Get him, Jace.
We kick it off with a date with Dad, some ducks, and, well, a boy. Brad's daughter Ella asked if her friend Carter could go on their hunt. Dad obliged and asked, "Can he hunt?" Ella told her dad, according to how much he talks about it, he must. Carter was pretty confident that day, talking a big game on how he is a crack shot and never missed. The day turned out to be a bit slow, but a gadwall finally came to the spread. Both kids rose, but only Ella shot. Carter sheepishly said he forgot to chamber a shell. Ella ruled the day, and Dad was pretty proud of his daughter. The Fattest family has a tradition of fishing Pyramid Lake on Christmas Day. While her son and husband were winging fly rods, Annette was chucking a spoon. Annette says she felt the big fish explode on the other end of her line. The 15-pound cutthroat was the best Christmas present Annette says she could have asked for. It was a brisk 2 degrees when the Okerlund family got out of their trucks to fish Otter Creek. 5-year-old Erin sure had fun watching her brother pull in this nice rainbow. It was a slow day of fishing, but Mom and Dad say it was good family time. Brian took the kids up to Echo for their first ice fishing trip of the year. The fishing was good. Colton and Sammy ended up getting several jumbo perch and caught doubles on the trout. Both had a great time. But our winner tonight was pretty surprised when he saw a red coat coming up out of the ice. 11-year-old Tag was up with his dad at Porcupine Reservoir on their first ice fishing excursion of the new year. This is Tag's first catch of the year and definitely one to remember. Well, that's a cool sight tag and a pretty cool shot there by Dad. But there's just won you two our big prize for having the Snapshot of the Week. Remember, submit your pictures or video plus an explanation of your latest outdoor adventures online at ksltv.com. The winner each week wins a Camp Chef Versatop grill and griddle. Small in size, large in cooking capacity, perfect for those on the go. Plus, the winner is also entered into our Ford Trucks quarterly Facebook giveaway for a Camp Chef pellet grill.
From the backcountry to your back patio, Camp Chef, the way to cook outdoors.
I think Jace outfished all of us.
He did.
Another one.
Grandpa taught him how to catch lots of perch. And yeah, Jim, you had it going at Rockport.
Yeah, I had a good morning this morning.
Yeah, they're not giants over there, but what, yours was 10 and a half? That's a good perch anywhere.
That's the best one I got to.
Yeah.
Compared to here,
Yeah, compared to here. This has been the hot spot though, Glenn.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's been fished hard.
Yeah, it has.
Good one.
Hey, and if you get a chance, take kids down like Jace. Otter Creek was on fire for big fish. You know, you don't catch a ton over there. We caught quite a few, but 3 and 4 pound rainbows are always fun through the ice.
Oh yeah.
Hey, I'm Adam Eakle, KSL Outdoors, reminding you to get out with your family, your friends, and make some memories outdoors. We'll see you next weekend. Good night.